In this video, we'll be looking at the set list block, a block used for displaying lists of content sets in a structured and customizable layout. The set list block is designed to showcase a series of content sets in a visually organized way with options for filtering, sorting, and pagination. This is ideal for displaying your latest videos, photos, or both, helping visitors easily browse and find the content they're looking for. In the Details tab, you can set the internal name and description for the set list block. In the List Settings tab, you'll find settings for configuring the data and the type of content to be displayed in the set list. Under the Data Source section, you filter the content by specific IDs, which will only display sets with those IDs in the list. The block will include all the sets in your NATS installation. Each set has a list of metadata associated with it that helps with organizing, tagging, filtering, and more. It's through the block's filtering settings that allow you to narrow down which sets are displayed. Selecting the specific set ID option in the special filtering field brings up another field where you can insert a set's ID. Doing so will limit the content that is shown on the page to the specified set or sets. For example, this is what the videos page currently looks like, unfiltered. Inserting a random set ID will filter the entire block to the single set. Under the Content section, you have several options for modifying the display order of the content, as well as determining whether you want sets with videos, photos, or a combination of sets with videos and sets with photos. The Publish Status field is used to determine if you wish to display content that is currently published or content that has been set to publish at a later date, giving you the option of showcasing upcoming content. Underneath the Filter by Set Metadata section, you can choose to limit the content that is displayed based on the metadata associated with each set. You can use this for displaying content specific to metadata such as categories, models, and more. For example, enabling the filter, then selecting a model will only display sets that have that model as a metadata. Removing the model and selecting the disabled option for the filtering field will revert the block to showing all sets again. The Design tab is all about the look of the list of sets. Here, you can customize the block's appearance, including the alignment of the header text, user interaction options like setting a click target to specific destination pages, and more. Under the Header Text section, you can set the text and alignment that appears above the set list. In our case, we have our latest videos as our header text, and it is aligned left. The User Interaction section lets you control what happens when a visitor interacts with the block. You can choose what happens when a set is clicked. These options include using the theme-wide setting, sending the visitor to the destination page specified in the Click Destination field, or sending the visitor directly to the sign-up form if you're using the block on a tour. The Click Destination field lets you specify a page in your theme to send visitors to, while the Play Preview setting lets you choose how video previews work. This is the perfect time to briefly touch on the relationship between the Set List block and the Set View block. When a set in a Set List block is clicked, it will use the Click Destination to send visitors to a page. Once on that page, the ID or slug of the set that was clicked will be provided in the URL. The Set View block on the destination page will use the set ID or slug in the URL to determine which set to display. This is how the Set List block and the Set View block work together to make your site function like a modern pay site. Under the Result List and Thumbnails, you can control the number of thumbnails displayed, their size, and how they are arranged across different screen sizes. For pagination options, you can set up a link/button pagination to guide users through multiple pages of content, with or without adding the page number to the URL. Then there's the slider or carousel option, which keeps the visitor on the page, letting them scroll through available content. A click destination can also be set when adding a page number to the query string, allowing you to determine where a visitor is sent when they click the pagination button, or it can be left blank to resume normal pagination behavior. The thumbnails per row section lets you set the number of thumbnails that are displayed based on the screen size of the visitor. These settings are useful for modifying the behavior of the block on mobile phones. Under View More Links, you'll find two main fields named Link Near Header and Link Below List. They are used for adding a clickable button onto the block that sends visitors to a page within your theme. You can use this when you only want to display a certain number of content and wish to send visitors to a page with a full list of content, like using it on a set list block on the home page with a View More link that sends visitors to the videos page. Selecting an option for these fields will show additional settings, including a field to set the text that appears on the link, the destination, and an optional class field for using custom CSS. Underneath the Set Details to Display section, you'll find settings for determining which details are displayed on the individual sets. The User Interaction Details to Display are additional display settings for showing ratings, thumbs up or down ratings, and favorites. The Block Design and Block Content sections let you customize the width of the block while giving you some options for modifying the margin, padding, and color. The Metadata tab allows you to display additional information about each content set, such as credits or model details, helping visitors get more context about what they're viewing. Adding new metadata to the cards in the list is as simple as searching for a metadata within your CMS, tags for example, then determining the type of link it is. Using the Data Attribute field, you can choose to add the metadata to the card element. The Interactive Sorting tab lets you enable sorting options for visitors. Underneath the Display Settings section, you can choose to have the sorting options placed in the header or below the list, while also selecting the type of sorting you want, whether that's a list of links or a drop-down menu. Once selected, you can then choose to customize and display the available sorting options. Thanks for watching our set list block video. To learn more about content sets, see our content sets video or check out our set view block video to see what happens when an individual set from a list is clicked.